So when I was a sophomore in college, I took a class in sociology. I was an international affairs major, and I took a class with Professor Bill McDonald at Georgetown, and it was social science research methods. And we spent time working on statistics, how do you create research questions, how do you investigate, and it was like a light bulb went off. I can do something with the things I'm learning or thinking. I can test them out. I can share what I'm learning or finding with other people and make a difference. After I got my master's degree, I went on to learn statistics, which was also attributed to that professor. I got a job at Johns Hopkins under Sam Stringfield, who's a scholar now in Cincinnati, but I sort of attribute my career to him. He gave me opportunities to study education policy, to visit school systems, to visit classrooms, to work with large school system data sets that really just set me down on the path that I'm on now. Actually, it's the hair pulling out moments that keep me in it. It's sort of like a mental challenge. Designing a study, thinking, problem solving around, the data are messy, how do I fix them? And that's actually where the fun of big school system data sets are, because they're ugly and they're messy, and you kind of have to get into the weeds and have conversations with the principal like, what am I looking at here? I have no idea what this is. Can you help me figure out why all these students were in this course? Or could you calling a data guy at a district and being like, this code makes no sense. So really getting into the weeds of the data actually helps me understand what goes on in schools a lot more. So sometimes those hair-pulling moments are the ones that make it worthwhile. I was using school system data to answer really interesting research questions, but I was curious what those system leaders and educators were doing with the same data, and could they use that to improve what they were doing, their practice. And that led me down a path to better understanding how school systems and educators use both data and research evidence to improve practice. And that's actually the niche I fall in right now as I'm looking at evidence-based policy and practice. It's a really important way to make sure we're doing our best for kids and our best for teachers as well, and providing them the supports they need. We have a lot of research about organizing schools, about leadership, about practices in teaching, about interventions that work for students, and enabling educators and policymakers to use that research to shape their decisions, I think will lead to a lot of improvements in our school system.